Alright guys, welcome back. So tonight I had a little bit of free time, so I thought I'd kick the camera on and just have a chat with you guys about a few different things. As most of you know, or the ones who have been following the channel for a while, up until recently I have been absent from YouTube and social media and all of that stuff for several months, about 4 or 5 months to be exact. And I know I've been getting a lot of messages and questions and comments and all of that stuff asking where I've been, why I stopped making videos, and if I was ever going to start making videos again and stuff like that. So tonight I wanted to kind of just give an explanation of why I haven't been making videos here lately for those of you wondering and those of you who were asking and stuff like that. But I also want to talk with you guys about the channel and some content that you can expect to see coming up, some guns that I would like to get and some projects I would like to do in 2019 for the channel, just to give you guys sort of a heads up on what I'm planning to do and what content you might be seeing here on the channel in the upcoming months. But I guess we'll start off with kind of where I've been, why I haven't been making videos. And I know a lot of people were saying that they thought that I was just done making videos, didn't because of like YouTube's policies and stuff like that, although those policies are absolute garbage, but that's not the reason. But the short answer is work. Work's been extremely busy over the past few months, and I really haven't had any free time to sit down and make videos, especially not go to the range and do any shooting videos or anything. But I guess kind of a brief explanation is about 10 months ago, I quit the job that I was at. I was at that job for about 10 years, decided to walk away, and I'm now a small business owner, co-owner actually. But about 10 months ago, I started doing that, and everything's going great. It's been awesome, but about 4 or 5 months ago, we just got slammed with work. The jobs kept rolling in and rolling in and rolling in, and there for 3 or 4 months we were working 7 days a week, sun up to sun down, just trying to stay on top of everything, trying to keep our heads above water. So it's just been really hectic with work here lately. Not complaining, I mean the work's awesome, but just really haven't had any free time to make videos or do anything like that. So that's more or less why I haven't been doing it. It's not because I wanted to stop making videos. It's not because I didn't like doing it anymore. It's not because of the YouTube policy changes or anything like that. Those of you who have been following the channel, you guys know I love doing these videos, and if I have some free time and I'm able to do it, I'm definitely going to. But it looks like as of right now, things are starting to mellow out a little bit with work. We're still extremely busy. We're still booked up for the next 4 or 5 months, but we're not as slammed as we have been the past 4 months or so. So in the evening times, I might have some free time to start doing some videos again, and maybe I'll start getting a Sunday to where I can get out to the range and do some shooting videos and stuff. So I'm going to try to start rolling back in the content now, but that's just sort of a quick rundown of why I haven't been making videos for those of you who asked and were wondering. I know some of you watching this probably could care less, but for those of you who are wondering, that is why. So now to the fun stuff, the guns, and what I plan on doing and what I want to get and some stuff like that, just kind of like a channel update, what you can expect to see coming up and stuff like that. But for 2019, I would like to try out some new guns, try some different projects and stuff. And the first thing we'll talk about is the 10 millimeter. I want to get a 10 millimeter pistol. And it was actually funny, I think it was on Instagram a couple weeks ago or somewhat recently. I posted up a picture of the gun I was carrying for the day, and one of you guys commented and said, hey, that's not a Glock 29, because I've talked about wanting a 10 millimeter and stuff like that. So that kind of rebirth, I guess, the idea of wanting to get a 10 millimeter really bad. And I guess the question comes down to, it's not a question of whether I want a 10 millimeter or not, it's just a question of which one do I want to go with. I can go inexpensive and get like a Glock of some sort, Glock 29, 20, or 21, but it's still, going inexpensive, it's still trying to decide which one to go with. If I go with the 29, I could still take it out to the range, have fun with it, shoot it, and all of that stuff, but I could also carry it if I wanted to. You could be like a wintertime carry gun or something like that. But if I don't want to carry it, I might jump all the way up to the Model 40 and get the longest barrel possible. That way we can get the most velocity, the most oomph out of it, if you will. Maybe we could get some different ammos and do some ammo testing with it and stuff like that. So, I have some different options there in the Glock category, or, of course, you got the 1911s, you've got, on the lower end, cost-wise, you have like the Rock Islands, then you can go all the way up to like the Colt Delta Elites. So we have 1911 options. We have the the Tanfolio options, and if you guys have been following the channel, I did post up a video shooting that Tanfolio. Oh, the Elite something, or I can't remember the model name of it, but Sandpaper Pistol Grips was nice enough to send that to the channel. That was his personal gun, and he was nice enough to send it out to me so I could try it out to see if I liked it and stuff like that. So big thumbs up to him. Really do appreciate that. I'll put a link right here in the video so you guys can see it. We can't put links in the description anymore, but I can post one here on the page or on the picture to his website. Go check him out. He makes some awesome grips for your handguns, and again, it'll be right here. Go check him out. Makes awesome products. But we have those options, and I guess those are on the higher end as far as cost goes and stuff like that. So there's a wide range and a variety of different guns. So I was trying to figure out which one that I want to go with, but I would like to get a 10 millimeter of some sort. So I guess if you guys are in the 10 millimeter game and you guys have some different ones, which ones do you guys like? Which ones are the most fun at the range? Which ones work out for range and carry? What works for you guys? Definitely give me some suggestions down below. But that's one thing that I would like to dive into for 2019. Let's see. Speaking on 1911s, I haven't had a good 1911 in my collection for a long time. A standard 45 caliber 1911. Haven't had one of them for years. I've had some on the channel that I've shot and done videos with and stuff like that, but they weren't mine. They were borrowed from friends of mine. But I haven't personally owned one in a very long time, and I would like to add one of those to the collections. Maybe we'll do something with it. Maybe do a little project with it. Maybe change some stuff out. Have a little fun 1911 series or something like that. But I would like to get a good 1911 back in the collection. So that's something I'd like to do for 2019. And then onto some projects. I would like to step up in the calibers and the ARs and do more of a precision or long range AR, and probably in the 308 caliber. That's where I'm looking at now. There's also the 6.5 Creedmoor option. I have some limited experience with the 6.5 Creedmoor when a friend of mine let me borrow that Ruger Precision. Really did like the rifle, liked the round, very accurate. I definitely did it a disservice because of my lack of long range skills, if you will, but a very potentially good round for really good accuracy with the 6.5 Creedmoor, but I'm kind of leaning towards 308. And for the build, I would like it to be sort of like a multi-purpose build, if you will, maybe an 18-inch barrel somewhere right in the middle, not short, not real long. That way it can still be good at longer distances, but also could be good for up-close stuff, like fast target acquisition, using it as a standard rifle, standing up, shooting targets quick, but I could also, put it on a bench and shoot longer ranges with it. So I'd like to do something in a 308 gas gun at some point. And I want to build it. You guys know I like building my rifles. Of course, I won't be able to show you guys a build series on here because we're not allowed to do that anymore. But I would like to build it, and I'm thinking about going with the Aero Precision receiver set, the M5 E1, I think is the name of it. All the searches that I do, it seems like those guys and those receiver sets keep popping up as a good one to build off of. So I'm thinking about that. But if you guys have some suggestions on a different receiver set that you guys have used or something like that, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But as of right now, it looks like the Aero Precision is at the top of the list to go with. And then also, if you have suggestions on barrels, if you guys have done builds and have 308 gas guns that are really accurate, what barrels did you guys use in the 18-inch category? Definitely give me some suggestions down below. But I would like to do a nice 308 multi-purpose accurate type rifle series and build and stuff like that for 2019 here on the channel. And who knows, maybe also do a bolt gun, a dedicated long range gun, and stuff like that, because I do have some ranges around here. I don't have enough range at my personal range to actually reap the benefits of a long range rifle. That's kind of why I haven't really got into them. It's not because I don't like them. It's just at my personal spot where I do my shooting at, I just don't have, I can maybe push 100 yards, but that's really having to put a lot of effort in to try to set up and get that. But I do have some different ranges that I can go to. Some of them pretty close to me locally. One of them is definitely at 100 yards. I could do some 100-yard shooting there. I do have another range that goes out to 1,000 yards, but the membership is a little bit steep. So I haven't bit the bullet and signed up there yet. But if I do start to get a little bit hot and heavy in that, I could sign up for that range and do some shooting out to 1,000 yards, but that's an option. So I'm really thinking about diving into it and trying out the long range stuff. And again, if you guys have some suggestions on the stuff for the AR and also bolt gun options, definitely leave it down below, and we'll look into doing some projects on that for 2019. Some other stuff. Oh, you guys have seen the Southeast Traders pistol build that I did here on the channel. The upper that was on that I no longer have, but I still have the lower. Of course, that thing's never going anywhere. Southeast Traders, you guys know, I've talked about them guys a lot here on the channel. I consider them guys over there friends. They sent that lower out to the channel to do the build series with, so I really do appreciate that. They've done a lot. They let me pimp all my stuff, all my videos and everything on their website. They were the ones that made the shield giveaway that we did here on the channel possible. That was pretty much all of them doing that. So they have done a lot for me, and I really do appreciate those guys over there. So that lower is definitely not going anywhere, but I did part ways with that upper. So I would like to do another build with it. I'm thinking 300 blackout, and I'm thinking short 300 blackout. Like 7.5, 8-inch, maybe 9-inch, somewhere in there. I would like to do a small 300 blackout pistol. I have very limited experience with the 300 blackout. I've tried a few different rifles in the 300, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. So that's more or less why I would like to do it, just to have one of my own that we can take out and I can put a bunch of rounds through and get a better feel for it and see how it is and stuff like that. But everything that I've heard about it, a lot of people who have them really do like them. You got the 30 cal punch, and they're great to be suppressed, even though I don't have suppressors. But maybe that's something we can look into for 2019 also, is maybe doing the paperwork and maybe getting my first suppressor. Who knows? But I would like to do at least the 300 blackout pistol for now and play around with it, and have a 30 cal hard hitting little pistol. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's something that I would like to do. I would like to put together a really short 5.56 AR pistol. I've done a lot of 10.5-inch builds, both personally and for friends that we've tried out here on the channel, and they've always worked out great. And I know the shorter that you go, the more unreliable they could be. So I want to put together like a 7.5 or an 8-inch 5.56 gun, and probably with a Law Tactical folder on it, something I can have really short and compact to jam into a backpack or something like that, and still have a 5.56 cartridge, but in something really small that I can jam into a backpack. And I know that when you go that short, you're going to be killing the ballistics and all of that stuff, but that's really just meant to be like an up close and personal type gun. And if someone is within 25 yards or so of you and you've got an AR pistol, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. So if you try to shoot something out at 200 yards, yeah, it's probably not going to do much good, but inside, close quarters stuff, up close and personal, I'm sure it'll do just fine. So I would like to do a project with one of those and try to get a real short, like 7.5-inch or 8-inch AR pistol to run right, and we'll play around with that. That's one thing that I'm looking at doing for 2019. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff, but that's really the stuff that kind of is weighing on me right now, thinking about doing, and I think those would be fun projects and some cool videos to do here on the channel. And of course, if you guys have suggestions on some stuff to do, or some projects that you'd like to see, or some stuff that you'd like me to take a look at gun-wise or gear-wise or anything like that, I'm always open for suggestions from you guys for new things to try out and to bring you guys content and stuff like that. So always leave comments in the videos saying, hey, can you look at this, or check out this, or I've had really good luck with this, I think you'd like it, stuff like that. Always open for suggestions. But anyhow, guys, like I said, just wanted to kick the cameras on, have a little chat with you guys, just kind of talk about some things. I haven't been in front of the camera for a while. It feels really good to get back at it and put some videos out, and definitely looking forward to sharing more content with you guys here in late 2018 and all through 2019. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess a few other things about my absence. I did have to part ways with some stuff for the new business venture. So if the image quality and the audio and stuff don't sound the greatest, I did have to part ways with all my nice camera gear to invest in my company, and I had to part ways with a couple guns and stuff like that, but not everything, just a couple things. The camera gear is gone, a couple guns are gone, but you know, no big deal. We can always get more guns, but if the image quality and the video quality look crappy for a little while, that is why. I'm just using this little Canon, I don't know if you call these point and shoots or whatever. I think it's like an R800 or something like that. It does decent, you know, it has decent image quality, but there's no external microphones or nothing like that. So if we get out in the windy range and stuff like that, it might be a little choppy. So bear with me on that. I'm going to try to get some new camera gear here coming up shortly, but just kind of a heads up if you're like, hey, this don't look like it used to or something like that. That is why. But anyhow, guys, like I was saying, I just had a free moment tonight, so I wanted to kick the cameras on, have a chat with you guys, talk about where I've been, let you guys know for the ones who were asking, and talk about some new guns and some projects that I would like to do for 2019 for here on the channel. But I appreciate all of you guys stopping by and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And that's another thing. When I started uploading again over this past week after being gone, all of you guys who jumped on and said welcome back and we missed your videos and all of that stuff, I really do appreciate that. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I look forward to a lot more content and interaction with you guys and all of that stuff. But anyhow, we will catch you guys in the next one.